So anyway, so what's important, guys, is directing communication at you daily. So you understand straight away that it's words that accomplish life. I mean, pleasure never accomplishes life, but if you find yourself looking out there for pleasure, it's more how you have to understand that what's important is stick to words again and again, and talk more words anyway. And talk more words because this is a way for yourself to live longer. I mean, anything that never talks while they're doing pleasure wants to kill themselves. I mean, understand? The only way to bypass pleasure is to talk more. And that's why I talk more while doing pleasure, so that I can fucking never commit suicide. I ask Jesus Christ to see this. I talk more and I do pleasure like that, so that I never kill myself. I have to talk more words, regardless of what I'm doing. That's like a survival tactic, where you have to talk more words. Otherwise you have to understand to teach that as well to people. And that's what I'm doing. I'm teaching it. I'm making sure all the time that you have to understand. If you're doing pleasure, in any format, and fucking talk more words. Because pleasure without words kills you and commits suicide. I talk more words because I fucking am trying to survive to do better in all aspects of life. You understand? I understand how they kill themselves. They kill themselves because they never fucking talk more words, man. I'm fucking holding on to my life where I fucking do pleasure. Or else when I do pleasure, I fucking talk more words regardless. There's no fucking shame when I talk more words though. I fucking try to teach myself, man. I try to teach myself life. I try to teach myself that I have a better life in my life. And that's the thing. Learn to understand that once I place my nice and beautiful portable speaker on the actual table, that I never have the nice and beautiful life, but I do have a nice and beautiful life, but I never place anything other than making sure that my portable speaker is away from the heater once it's on the actual table or the glass table. But that's a skill, man. The skill of life is understanding that you need to talk more words while doing pleasure. But the thing is now that you have to understand that the pleasure of having them with pleasure is only going to last so long for you. And you have to understand they only last so long. And yes, they look good. Yes, they look good. And it's nice to have sex with a woman or man who looks fucking sexy. And they look so fucking sexy, yeah? Guess what? No. Guess what? That is going to end very soon. And then what are you going to do from that point? Now they have to go work. They have to go somewhere else other than you. What are you going to do now? You're going to chase other people for pleasure now? You're going to chase another sexy woman or man now? And then what are you going to do from that point? You have another sexy woman to sex with, and then what? Then you have another man to sex with, and then you have an orgy, and then what are you going to do from that point? Pleasure is never the way. I promise you. Pleasure is never the way. But words with pleasure is the way. If you're having sex with a woman all night long, or man all night long, while talking more words, then you can always have more pleasure with those people. Those people who have more words and pleasure with those people, and having sex and more of that, but you just talking more words, while delaying gratification. Then if you're delaying gratification more than them, then you're doing better than them. You're doing better than them. But they're the ones who have them. Now that's the thing. You have the words though. You have the words. You understand? You have to have the words more than that. And I understand that no matter what's important for me now is to have Whippix. And I just make some Whippix now for myself, because the thing about life is understanding that you have to talk more words. And the words that you talk about is something that helps you grow. Guess what? Every single day, focus on making sure that what your nice and beautiful life needs right now is a better way of interest with words than anything else. I encourage you to speak more words, because Jesus Christ says speak more words regardless. because it's much better for me anyway. Roshi before I was so suicidal, and I'm Roshi, I understand that with my life before, I was speaking less words, but more words do carry me through. When I speak more words, Roshi, I'm doing far greater anyway. When I speak more words, but that's how it is. Why? Roshi, without words, Roshi, how do you motivate yourself? Without words. When you need to speak more words to motivate yourself. Watch, the driving factor of my life and the sex drive I have is the words I speak. I'm pretty sure I have a high sex drive. I have a high sex drive in life. I'm pretty sure I speak a lot of words daily. Watching my sex drive is up through the roof. I can have far more sex than all those people. I can have far more sex than all those people alive. If I can be the most productive in the world. But that's the thing. I understand how to speak words. And they fucking lack words to speak, man. Oh, Russia, though, guess what, Russia, there's a better time coming. Where you have to understand, it's more the words there. Russia, pleasure is never what it means in life. Russia, words is what you want. Russia, the pleasure sooner than later ends for you. And I understand that no matter what, it's more I feel. Now, I understand that my life is growing. But I feel like making sure that no matter what, I feel like having more of the actual weight picks now. I'll let it be that way. But as I have weight picks, I'd rather have the weight picks first and then everything else. And just learn how to speak more words. And then guess what, Russia? Then you have eternity and then you have everything you ever want. And that's the thing about life. And life is talk more words. I understand that they are together. I understand that they have each other. I understand that they have sex tonight. And I understand they have that. I understand. But the thing is, you have to learn to speak more words. I understand I never trust you. But you never need all that. I mean, you just need yourself, man. I mean, all you need to do is talk more words with yourself. And you have everything you ever want. But without talking more words, then you kill yourself. And never kill yourself. And those people who have done the commitment of suicide in their life are speaking less words with themselves. I mean, that's why I understand right away, when I do pleasure, then I make sure to speak more words, because I never do pleasure. I make sure you understand. Do just more words with yourself. Understand? Never even admit that you do pleasure. Make sure you never even do pleasure. If you do pleasure, then make sure that you never do pleasure. Delay gratification. Understand? And that's the thing. I understand all that with my portable speaker here, as I'm making sure that no matter what, I'm turning it on, just so I can do better, and so I can read upon now, helping myself to deliver content in a way that I'm learning how to eat and speak more, while also read, and making sure that I can go and never suffer, but making sure that I'm learning. It's more how you have to understand, you have to talk more words than that. You have to talk more words than that, because it's more beautiful to talk more words than to have them in your life. You bypass them and how they look through your words. Bypass them and how they look through your words. Look at your words is more beautiful than how they look. And your words is more beautiful than how they look. Forget their skin. Forget their looks. Forget how they look. Forget the image. Forget the image. Look at your words. Your image is more important than the image. And your image and your words is more important than how they look like. You understand? Listen to me. Listen to your words more than how they look like. Follow your words more than how they look like in life. I promise you. Follow everything that you are in a better way, and focus on saying that now for myself. I have to go and read something, so I'll read something over here. There's only so much more time. There's only so much time to go read something. But guess what? It's more how I feel. I'm just gonna read with my earphones. I'll read with my earphones, while eating, and what I do is I just do my life this way. But what I want to do is I want to see how this goes over here. But the thing is I mean, just go and keep going. Just keep doing better. Pretty sure all you want to do is make sure that you have no shame to talk more words, and that's it. And that's all you want. You guys want to just make sure that you have more words in your life. And as you go and really, really dwell upon a better way, then you do a greater life for yourself, and that's how you live life. So anyway, guys, so I just did finish up eating, but the thing is, now for myself, I have to plan my life. I have to talk more words now. But guess what? I have no problem talking more words. I have no worries talking more words. For sure that, guess what? It's more how I feel. I feel I'm alone in this, man. I feel I have no other support except my words, man. I feel I have no other support except my words over here. I feel I have no other support except me speaking my words now. I mean, I feel I'm totally alone in this life. You understand? I understand that other people are talking more words, but then they can never talk for me. I lie, because they can never talk for me. I feel totally alone. I feel totally alone when they can never speak for me. You understand? A little bit of it. Oh shit. Bro, guess what? Man, that's why I'm just doing my word I. I'm configuring a word I message to tell myself to A. I mean, just to wake up for myself and to understand that, hey, I have to go back to my word I, mate. And the word I is much more better than what they have. You understand? That's why Jesus Christ says, I have I. You understand? But that's always the answer. I have I. I is the answer. I is the answer always. I mean, if you understand that, then guess what? I understand I'm never in misery because I have my word I. Oh, I have to talk it out, man. I have to talk it out with myself. About what? And about everything, man. I have to talk out my life. I have to talk out being able to be successful. And I understand that I can see the words. I can see how much words they give. I can see that woman gives more words than him. I guess what? I mean, she sells for less. You understand? I mean, it is. I can see it. I mean, how does he get her? I mean, she wants him. I mean, she wants him. I don't know. You understand? I mean, the thing is, understand this. That no matter what, that's more how I feel. I feel that more unattractive people are getting more attractive people. You understand? But guess what? I mean, what does that mean? Well, it means I'm more attractive. You understand? But guess what? Apparently, it's more how I have more words than that guy, and she goes for him, and never me. You understand? I deserve that. I deserve that. I mean, what do I deserve? I deserve to have a woman like that. More than him. But the thing is, I mean, that's never how life works. I mean, life says, hey, life says, hey, more unattractive people get the better woman over there. But I'm better than that. You understand? And life says to, hey, I mean, the more attractive you are, the more you speak words. But other people, in terms of life, get to get what you deserve before you, even though you have more words than them. You understand? And that's the way it is. All I have to do now is I just speak more words. I just speak more words. I'm better than all that. I realize everything. The word I focus upon understanding that it's much more how I never die. I never complain. I make sure that I can speak more words regardless. But what I want to do now is I want to just understand that I have to talk more anyway. But I have no shame to talk more. I have no shame to talk more words. I have no shame about that. But the pleasure of life, I realize if I do pleasure, then the pleasure of life over here says that I've been wasting time. But if you're listening to your words and you're speaking your words while doing pleasure, then you're never wasting time, are you? I mean, guess what? You can never be wasting time if you're speaking more words over that. I realize, although for you to chase people now, to go on the laptop and to chase women or people right now, to just talk more words, actually, that's the way. That's the thing, yeah? When you feel that you have died, when you feel you're dying or something, when you feel that you never even have the energy to do it. And that's the thing. I mean, that's excellent for you. And the thing is, the thing is that if you can talk your words into that, then you can go and have it. I can. But the thing is, you feel that you may die doing it. When you feel that you may lose out big time, yeah. When you feel that you are suffering for doing that. I'm never suffering, but you feel that you're suffering in a way that, what? When you feel you're suffering doing that, I'm never suffering that. I'm very sure, although every single day, it's more how you want to go and do a life greater, but it's more you have other aspects of life in mind right now that's helping you move forward. But then eventually, you get to a stage where you just have more, and now suddenly they want you for now. And suddenly they want you, yeah, but they don't want you now. And they don't want you now because you have more words than all of them. When you have more words than all of them, and they don't want you, and then they continue to want other people, regardless of how many words you give. And that's it. I'm very sure that that's how it is. I mean, in the sense that what you do is a little bit and talk more words and be in your words and travel through your words much more. And that way, nothing gets to you. I mean, words is eternal life, and that's where God lives. I mean, God lives in the words. God lives in the word I. I found the word I in this lifetime. I'm happy, man. I realize all Allah. I see that they have comfort. I see they have comfort. I see they at least have a woman to hug tonight. But I never need a woman. I never need a woman. I mean, yes, I mean, never ever fall for pleasure with them. Otherwise, go and focus on your life. I mean, focus on something else. I mean, focus on saying that what you want is to speak over that. You want to speak over those words over here. When you want to be making sure that you have more than that. Be talking to yourself in this situation. Say, I have better than this. Make sure that no matter what, it's much more how it is. Those images you see, you have to talk over them. I mean, you have to talk over those images. I mean, you have to believe in yourself. I mean, you have to believe in the words. I mean, the words is something that helps you. I mean, the more you speak words, the better. I mean, they never believe in you. I mean, they never need to believe in you. I mean, they never need you at all. I mean, you need to believe in you. I mean, you need your words more than they do. You understand? I mean, what you need to realize is the more attractive you grow is the more words you give. But you can only become more attractive by becoming more words. I mean, that's the only aspect of life right now. But there's nothing else more exciting than becoming a better individual for yourself. I understand. I see the neglect over here of my grooming over here today. I realize it's because why? I understand because I went to do music. Or show them my music is more important than grooming myself. Or that's how I feel. I feel that my music production is more important than grooming myself. For sure that guess what? For sure it is. I chose grooming myself than having a shower and grooming. I feel that no matter what, it's more how you have to understand that you feel that you can't settle with the words. I mean, the words never settle anything. I mean, you're never losing anything for having a marriage or a partner with you, while they are having more sex than ever with all the women or men. I mean, you're never losing out if you're speaking more words here. But if you're never speaking more words here, then you may feel that you're losing out. You may be having a partner now or kids, but you may be losing out because you're never speaking more words at all. And you see other people at this point having more than you in pleasure. And then guess what happens? A divorce happens here. Divorce happens when somebody in that marriage wants pleasure with other people. First, that's the only way divorce happens. First, if two people want words with each other, the marriage goes all the way. They're saying, because that's what I see with my grandparents as well. They just speak words over here. I'm connecting to that now. I can see that they're speaking words over here. I see it's all words and words and words, and that's how they can be with each other. Or they can be with each other because it's the words. Or they can understand that now. They can be with each other because they never look at the looks. Or they never go for the looks. Or they go for the words. You understand? They go for the words or whatever it is. That way it never seems to harm you anymore. How they look never seems to harm you anymore. But those people who go for pleasure, as soon as the body fades away from your woman or man, then you fucking want to divorce them. Because suddenly they look unattractive to you, and now you want somebody else who looks better. You understand? I realize although what happens over time is I'm growing more attractive over time in the words. And guess what, Roshu? That's what people want over time. And people over time want the words. But because I have the words, I'm already famous. And that's what they want. They want the fame of the words and everything. They want the lifestyle in words. Well, I have the lifestyle in words. They're all seeking that, but they never want to give you what they have. Or else, although, guess what? They're trying to give you the most they can. Guess what? That's when you may be trying to feed off their pleasure. You may be wanting them to give you pleasure. That's the worst way to live life. The worst way to live life is to go to other people to get pleasure, and to expect them to give you pleasure. You understand? What happens over time? When their physical bodies fade away, and what happens is they turn to words much more. I can see that. I realize at some point they realize that Daniel Milivojevic has words to give. And that's where they find me more attractive now. And they find me more attractive because of what I'm doing with words. But the physical health, in terms of the physical aspects, that never fades away from me. Although, guess what? I look better over time. I start to look better and better. Always. I realize although what they're really looking at here is the words I've been giving. And the words I've been giving is eternal. Look at that. They can see I have words, but they're unaware. They're unaware right now. And that's it. They can see. Guess what? They are aware that I have some kind of wording at some point. And that wording there teaches them that I have more success than all of them. That wording right now teaches them that I have more success. What is that wording? The wording of events around town. That's a trademark right there. Before that, nah. Nah. But the surface is scratching now. People can see now that I have more success than them. That's it. That now I understand that no matter what, it's more how it is. I make sure that no matter what, that since I understand now how to grow myself and my luck and my opportunities, I can see in the words right now who wants to see me in the future. I can see she wants to, but guess what? I realize that she has someone here. Whereas although she is somebody that wants to divorce that guy because she feels that he wants any pleasure from her. I can see it. But then she's more than willing to do that for me. Aversion. Why is that? Because I have more words. I mean, but guess what? Aversion, she, in terms of life, I don't understand this one here, is more willing to come over because she feels that she needs my words. I mean, she feels she feels right now that she needs my words, but she's single. Although, guess what? Aversion, that's I. That's really I. Although every single day that when I focus upon understanding that it's much more how I feel. I feel that this woman over here, who is Yelena Tukulia, although she is someone who has somebody, but that woman never understands my words. I mean, guess what? I mean, the words, yeah, is something that I'm speaking words to her over here to say to get better. Just get better and get better and get better. Or that's it. Or sure that she's going her own way. And that's it. Or it's much more. I'm just talking. Or it's more how I feel more empathy. But the thing is now, as I grow myself, I feel that I never want to stop talking more words, man. Or if I stop talking words, or I ask Jesus Christ says, if I stop talking more words, I never stop talking more words. Or I have to speak more words like this. Or it's like survival. Or it's like if something happens without my words, or if something happens with no words in my life, or that's suicide. I have to talk more words regardless of what I'm doing. I understand that, I'm aware of that. But other people aren't aware of that. Or Jesus Christ says, I agree. I have to talk more words. I love everything only. I never hate anything. Or Jesus Christ says, be able to speak the words always. And you just speak the words in audio programs and being able to showcase the videos much more and audio programs and writing materials. You just fucking go at it. You just keep fucking giving those words more and more and more and more. I mean, that fucking helps you live life like Jesus Christ, man. Or that's what we have to do. But I feel God's talking to me through words over here. And I can feel God sensing me through words over here. And I can see it. I can see the connection with God over here through words. And I can see God's real, man. I can sense God's words coming to me through some dimension. I mean, God's words are coming to me. I mean, that's the thing, yeah? I mean, God's words come to me and I speak it out. And that's how it is. And that's why I understand there's God in the planet. I understand there is God because God sends me words to give you. I mean, those words I can send to you to give to somebody else right now. I want you to say to this person over here in your life to wake up in a way that you want them to wake up in a better way. I mean, I just sent you the words. I mean, that's how God sends me words, man. I mean, just like that. I mean, God gives me the same exact words in different ways. You understand? I mean, the same way I'm sending you words now is the same way fucking God sends me words, man. Fortunately, it is. For the same way I send you words, the same way God sends me words for other dimensions, man. I mean, it's like a fucking phone screen. I mean, just a phone away, man. I mean, just a phone signal away, man. Look. I mean, where are you now? When you are somewhere in the world, but I'm speaking to you through the phone. God's speaking to me through something, right now, always. I mean, understand, but it's more how I feel that no matter what, that is something where I need to understand something. It's more how I see comfort here. I see comfort over here with myself. I see a lot of comfort where I've been laying down, and that's where a woman comes along. And it's more these images of being able to have sex, being able to have their lips, or have something about them, or have their skin, or have their body around me, or being able to give me that facial expression while having pleasure with them, in a way that they can give me the pleasure of life while looking at me as well, while sucking me out or something. And guess what? I mean, it's more how that is what comes into my mindset when comfort is around, where there's no words happening. And it is. I feel that no matter what, I can see. But what I do from that point is I look through the words over here. And I can see people. I can see people and I can see how they feel about me. And I can see that they hate me. I see that in misery, bro. I can see that in misery. First, they never hate me. First, they do. First, they hate me so much. They are losing. First, they're losing. I can see their words. First, their words are never adding up. First, they hate everyone like that. First, they're like that to everybody. First, I promise you. I promise you. To the extent that they treat you is how they treat everybody else around them. First, exactly like that. First, there are other people here. I feel other people are trying to raise their vibe. And they are the ones that find me attractive. Version now, I understand that every single day, it's more how I feel. I said Diana is one of them is trying to raise the vibe. Version, it's more how I feel. And what I need to understand about that is I'm learning, I'm learning something. I'm learning that if you chase people with words, then they value your words, man. I mean, they value you and that's why they get you. And that's why you get them. Because of why? I mean, it's never because of your physique. I mean, it's never because of your physique. I mean, they are together and they get each other because they have words to give to those people. When they're getting together like that in pornography and all that, and having sex like that, because they exchange words. And you're just never there to give them words. You understand? I mean, you're never there to give them words. But you never want to chase women. I mean, you never want to chase men. I mean, you never want to chase those people. Because you feel alone. Honestly, though, it's much more how I feel. But that's the reason that I stay alone. Although then, because you never fucking chase them with words, then you're saying how other people chase you with words. And that you never do. And you're honest. Russia, then guess what, Russia, from that point, then you understand straight away that pleasure may come along. And then guess what happens? Then you're speaking more words. And you're enjoying. But you feel that you're expressing yourself. But that they are having all the fun here. With words. And pleasure. But you're speaking more words regardless. And because you're speaking more words regardless, then you're never losing. But you feel that you're losing. Never speaking words to them. To get those women or men. Russia, I'm the word I only. Russia, it's more, I'm talking overall. You know what I'm saying? I mean, guess what? I mean, do you understand? I mean, guess what? Russia, it's more how they are attracting that because they're giving them words. But you're never there to give them words. And that's it. Russia, why? I mean, why is that? I mean, because you want to focus on yourself and your career. When you want to focus on something else. When you're picking yourself over here. When you're choosing yourself over those people in terms of those women or men. You understand? When you're choosing yourself over them. Because you choose yourself over them, then you feel that you're doing a better job for yourself at least. Or that's all that if you chase those women with words, then you can get them too. But you never do. I mean, you never chase those women because you feel unattractive or something. I'm never unattractive. I mean, before I was trying to chase these women to get with them, but I felt I was giving them words, but they never wanted to get with me. Because why? I was giving them words though. I mean, they felt unattractive toward me. I mean, truly. I mean, they felt that they never deserved me. You understand? And that's it. For sure. But they're so attractive. When they're so attractive, and guess what? They hurt me. When they're so attractive, but they never want me. I mean, but guess what, bro? It's more how I feel. I mean, this is something now where I'm attracted more for myself. I mean, those women where I was chasing them never want me was because they felt unattractive toward me. And they felt they felt I was unattractive for them physically because that's what they feel about themselves with me. I felt attractive toward them because I was the one giving them words. I feel these ones over here that were making out with me never want to give me with more words. But it's more how I realize that. I realize here there's a break in words. I mean, there's less words happening here. And guess what, bro? That's why there's a divorce. There's a divorce going on there. Brushing with her, brushing is because she's the one that divorces me. I mean, she feels unattractive toward me. Brushing, when you're speaking words to them and they never speak words to you, Brushing, when you're speaking more words to them and they never speak more words to you, it's because they feel unattractive toward you. They're the ones feeling unattractive toward you. I mean, if they never come to see you with words, it's because they feel unattractive toward you. I realize although that if they speak more words to you here and there, then they feel more attractive toward you. And then they want you more and more the more they speak with you. I see although they look very attractive. They look very attractive. But although they never find you attractive though. I mean, guess what? I mean, you have another thing coming if you call them attractive like this. Unfortunately, it's more how you feel. Unfortunately, it's more how you need to go your own way. Because you feel that no matter what, you have more than that anyway. Unfortunately, it's more positive talk anyway. Unfortunately, it's more how you feel that other people have more words giving to other people than you do. And you feel that you never sufficient enough of giving more words to other people. But you're fucking doing audio programs. You're doing so much audio programs than them. You feel that they are fucking talking more words than you. I mean, why is that? I mean, because you feel that they're getting other people with them to have sex for pleasure. I mean, the same. So that's the confusion. I mean, you have to realize it's never about sex with pleasure. It's more the words. And now if you just look at words, then you're giving more words than them. Period. But they are the ones who have more pleasure. And that's why you're fucking right now understanding that. I mean, you need more words. I see these kids over here. I see they are loving life. I can see the words over here. I see they just want to play around. That's all that. Guess what, Roshi? It's much more how you feel that you have to go and attract more for yourself. But you feel that no matter what, that you're losing somehow the pleasure of life. But the words are the pleasure. But if you speak more words, then you never have to lose that pleasure. I mean, you never have to lose the pleasure. But motivate yourself with words to get the pleasure then. But you have something coming up. You have something coming up with whatever you're doing. But you can do pleasure with words whenever you want. You understand? But do you want to chase that? Because that's something that you have to understand. Because that's what you have to understand that's more available for you now. You understand? But is it the way? Because you play the way, for sure. That's one of the enjoyment of it. That's one of the enjoyment, but they have the real thing. And that's addiction, man. That's addiction to pleasure. But speak more words anyway. And if you had addiction to pleasure, then speak more words anyway. You understand? And speak more words, bro. If you speak more words than the pleasure, then you can never communicate. Other than you can communicate, but then you can never die. because you're communicating more. Whereas if you go that way, first that's more eternity. Or first that's more how you feel eternity right here. When you feel eternity watching those people, otherwise, first that's something where it's much more pleasure in eternity. First that's pleasure in eternity, and that means you can have pleasure now with eternity with those people. I mean, how is that possible? I mean, there is possible exemption. And there's an exemption now, and how is that possible? Because there's always something that you can do now to call them over, to have pleasure with them. For sure that why? For sure why not? I mean, you can call whoever you want. I mean, if they've gone from this world and you want to have pleasure with those people, then what happens is they come to you through words. And through words, they show you everything that you want. For sure, there's a lot of shame here. I mean, why? I mean, look at the words. And there's a lot of what? I mean, go and understand that they are still alive. And they're still alive through words. I mean, you understand? And that was a block. But that's how, that's what you can do with anybody in eternity. For sure, that guess what? For sure, it's more, that is something where you're learning something. But is that the case? For sure, no. For sure, no. For sure, just learning. For sure, it's more how you feel something different here. For sure, that's more words, exchanging words. For sure, that's different. For sure, that you can do it. For sure, the eternity, for sure, it's just words. I mean, for sure, there's nothing else except words. For sure, now that's the eternity signal right here. For sure, there's only words in that eternity, man. For sure, now that's bliss. For sure, that's strength. For sure, that's nothing other than invincible. For sure, now the physical realm in eternity, for sure, now. For sure, there's only words. For sure, there's only words in eternity. I mean, what do you want in words? I mean, you have it in words. I mean, you want a physical realm in words over there in eternity. For sure, Jesus Christ says you can achieve it here only. I mean, you can achieve the physical realm here only. For sure, Jesus Christ says, now you're understanding me. I can understand. But if you ask for physical realm in eternity, then you get this world here. You can keep coming back here forever. I mean, you can get as much sex as you want. In this world only. You understand? Well, now that's what I mean. But Jesus Christ says that he asks for the world in just eternity. And he never goes anywhere else. But Jesus Christ is honest with that. For sure, in the words over here, for sure there's more worlds over here that you can ask for. For sure, that Jesus Christ says there's only physical realm and eternity. For sure, Jesus Christ says that. For sure, now Jesus Christ says that anything in words that you want to speak about more, you can have it with Jesus Christ. I mean, you understand? First, that's it. First, there's only those worlds. First, it's like you can understand that as it is in heaven, as it is in earth. For sure that you can see that, for example, with eternity, that people come back to the physical realm here. Or they do. Or they come back in a different body here. And Jesus Christ says, yeah. And they come in different bodies and forms, man. For sure, that's how it is. Because eternity is so long. I mean, eternity is so long that you have to understand that people say, hey, I mean, let's just go back to the physical realm again. I mean, it is. I understand? and then born again, and then born again, and again. Then you have to realize now what's going on. That yes, I understand my body and all this and all I've done and achieving of in this world, well, and I have rewards for myself here. But I understand that no matter what, that I feel the time's coming where I just come back into the physical world again. I mean, there you go. I mean, that's it. What else do you want? I can see a time in the point of, let's say, 2,000 years. I can see a time in 2,000 years. I can speak it now. I can see it. I'm aware of it. I'm probably around the. I mean, around the fucking year, let's say 4,100. I promise you. And I promise you, those words right here are melting with me. I promise you, Jesus Christ can hear me. I promise you, 4,100. I feel coming back here. And why is that? I feel that I've already seen eternity from that point. I see it now. But that's already 2,000 years of God, and then come back here. I mean, what can you do? But that's all there is, man. And then I have to fucking do this all over again. And then fucking repeat it, man. I mean, what can I do to help myself from that point of view now? I mean, I fucking give you the most content I can right now to help you succeed in 4,021. I mean, I help you fucking succeed in 4,100 by giving you the fucking most content I can now. So Jesus Christ is saying that's excellent. And the more fucking content I can give you now, the more I fucking prosper in a better time. You understand? Where should they go? I mean, what do you want, man? Where should you have to promote yourself differently? But look at me, man. I'm talking over and over again. For sure, that's all different souls, isn't it? Jesus Christ says it's all different souls. But your soul always gets that applause. Whereas my soul does what I've done in this world and forever, gets my applause, man. I get a certain applause, but I've already been here. I've been here a few times. I've been here. I've realized now in Jesus' times, I realized was living in Jesus' time. I realized, nah. I came into the world around what time? I came into the world around 200 BC. 200 BC. I mean, I can feel it. Whereas then I understand from 200 BC, I came in the world again at, here. I mean, I've been in the fucking world once before. Whereas Jesus Christ says, it's more how you feel. Whereas it's honest. See my words fucking say it. I see 200 BC, I'm pretty sure Jesus Christ was never in 200 BC. Or that's after Jesus Christ. I mean, I see our fucking life back then. I was fucking living a crap life. I'll show you something now. Actually, no, I was never living a crap life, man. I was actually living in a way of justice. I can see justice. I can see a lot of justice here. Wait, what the fuck is this, man? But this is like fucking something where this woman was looking at me. And she fucking gave me the worst look. She gave me the fucking worst look about life, right? I mean, guess what? I mean, I may have done something to kill someone, you know. I'm pretty sure. I may have done that. Pretty sure, no. I'm pretty sure, guess what? It's just that look. where she's looking at me in this way that is just the most terrible look of life. So in that life, whereas in that life there, I can feel that it's much more how I feel. I feel that I was somebody who may have done something to someone in a way to kill them. I promise you. That's how I feel. Versus Jesus Christ says, nah. Versus nah. Versus guess what? Versus it's more how I understand straight away. But it's much more how the words over here never match up, do they? I mean, I'm just guessing. Versus Jesus Christ says, nah. Versus this is the only time you're alive. Versus this is the only time you're alive. Versus Jesus Christ says, this is the only time I'm alive. Versus now, that's it. Versus it's more how I feel. I'm like trying to fucking read the past or something. To find words or something. This is the funniest thing, man. I'm like a magician or something. I'm like fucking magician. I'm trying to make up some stories or something. I mean, anyway, I can imagine, man. I mean, what's going on in this world? I'm just living life. I mean, guess what? But there's a big joke going on around here, man. I mean, you understand? I mean, guess what? Look at me. I'm speaking eternity right here. I mean, what do I do now? I fucking talk to you. I talk to you. I have fucking nothing else to do. But that's fucking 2021. Nothing else to do except talk, man. Do you understand? It's always like that. No way. I mean, what now, man? I mean, do I feel poor? I never feel poor, man. I feel some woman over there. I mean, they look so attractive to me, but somebody else gets them. I'm pretty sure somebody else gets to have sex with them. I feel I fucking deserve that sex, man. But I have it in words anyway. I understand. I feel it's much more how I feel. But guess what? I'm pretty sure it's much more how I understand something now. I understand some words over here. Is just incredible to be able to speak words now. I feel different, but I mean, I have to work now. I have to enjoy my life, man. I mean, what else can I do, man? I mean, I have to enjoy this, man. Unfortunately, this lifetime, I enjoy. I benefit a lot. I benefit this lifetime the most. Unfortunately, and guess what? Unfortunately, at some point in time, unfortunately, somebody may overachieve me. Unfortunately, somebody may. But guess what? I'm always at the top of that. I'm always at the top of that, mate. I'm at the top of that, but guess what? Unfortunately, it's more how I understand that I have to go and live the longest life now. I have to live the longest life because I have the highest purpose, man, in the world right now. I have the highest purpose because how do you get the highest purpose? When you get the highest purpose for speaking the most words in life. You understand? I mean, guess what? Actually, all that they have right now in pleasure, you can have that in eternity, man. You can have that in eternity forever, man. I mean, what the fuck is the rush to get that? I mean, Jesus Christ says exactly, man. I'm pretty sure that Jesus Christ is coming to this world too. And then Jesus Christ says there is another time. I'm sure there is really. I feel Jesus Christ may return all the time in this world. Or she was like, guess what? Or it's much more how I feel. Or Jesus Christ says excellent. Or some other story is going to come that some aliens are coming from fucking Mars. Jesus Christ has to return, yeah. Which that's another story coming true. First it's the one flag first, when the first it's Antichrist. And then there's fucking the cousin of Antichrist who's coming from fucking Mars somewhere this time and bringing aliens here. And then Jesus Christ has to come back to save the world again. And again, unfortunately, then it's unfortunately something else is going on where something comes out of the ocean. When something comes out of the ocean and something is really, really, let's say, overboard here. When something goes so overboard that there's a massive earthquake and something happens and we have to go that way. And from that way, it just really, really helps the world to go this way. Once you go this way, we find territory. There's territory around here, and we have to stay here because Jesus Christ is coming down to save us. That's another story. I mean, Jesus Christ is coming to save us multiple times. But that's how it is. What you said? I mean, what else do you want, man? Enjoy life. But guess what? Partially, it's more how I feel. I feel that I'm never losing much, but it's more how I understand those times where I was chasing women, and I no longer chase them. And it's all like, fuck, I understand that. But that's why I have the lifestyle. Because I'm chasing my dreams instead. While they're chasing those women, they have no lifestyles. I at least have a lifestyle, man. I at least get to talk, man. I get to give you all the ideas so that you prosper, and this whole world's prospering anyway. I feel I understand eternity, man. An eternity of what? I mean, eternity of fucking just do better. I don't know. I mean, just do better and better. I realize all that saying right there means that if anybody shall, let's say, cross the Ten Commandments, then you have to understand that everybody's already done that. I mean, everybody's already fell somewhere in the Ten Commandments. So everybody's already forgiven, is what that means. But never go killing people, man. Never go killing people anyway, otherwise. And never go doing that because you have to grow up anyway. We follow Jesus Christ anyway. But that's how it is, man. You have to discipline yourself so much. And I'm just lucky at this time. I'm lucky here. And that's it. Parasha, there is a better time coming. And there's always a better time in words of Parasha. Parasha, there's always a better time. But I feel I've been accomplishing this life in a better way now. I can understand how I feel. I feel much greater. I feel I'm overdoing life. I'm overdoing it now. I'm overdoing this, man. I'm the only one here who can do this. Parasha, they never come close to me. Parasha, they never come close to how much I've done already. So what I do is I move up. I'm the best in the 21st century, yo. I know I. Russia's fucking nothing better than me in this life. Russia, Jesus Christ is the number one here. In the fucking 24th century is Daniel Lvovich at the top, mate. I mean, with the highest regard, mate. And for next millennial, Jesus Christ says. I mean, for next millennial, Russia, nobody overtakes me. I feel it. I feel that in terms of children that I may have. Russia, something happens to them, Russia. Russia, guess what, Russia, it's more how I see it. I see that they never want to listen to me much. But guess what? You know, why is that? I feel that I have to teach them much more, but no, because they don't want to listen to me. I mean, guess what? First, it's more how I feel. I feel that something goes ape shit with them when they fucking go somewhere else, mate. And I'm enjoying my life. What can you do? Unfortunately, that's more like 3 daughters and fucking 2 sons. Unfortunately, none of them want to fucking listen to me. Or else, although, it's more honest. There you go, man. There you go.